And the last one for your water trustees. If you mind the speed and then you put on speaker, doing a performance, they will come. You have to, because if you want them to come, you've got to draw them somehow. And the children as well. Oh, and the other thing that we said to our whānau was they could bring all their kids. Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, that was cool. That means you must be doing it right. Okay, so in the document and the summary, it says that Māori students need to be engaged and active in school life. This is a bit of a hard one because, and I was really awesome. It was really awesome when I went to Counselling Intermediate, and we run academies in our life. We've got 2 blocks of academies, so that's 2 hours, and they specialise in an area that they would like to. So I'm talking about sports, music, drama, especially for Māori and PI kids, because that's what we love. And music is one of our key ones for our students because they're very talented musically, but they don't get enough creativity. So building all of those. And your teaching program through ICT, you guys know the deal. You've been there and done that. That's really cool. And then this is the hard one, I think, is Māori students have a voice in contributing to school improvement. Because it is a real hard one because it's something that really the principal needs to be on board with. The principal needs to be pushing that and realising that that's happening, because I think a lot of teachers do that, but the community needs to come in behind as well. For whānau, to help them understand how they can assist in the process. This is a hard one as well. With whānau hui, hopefully through your whānau hui you're saying, here's how we teach your kids, now how can you teach your kids, that sort of stuff, which I'm sure most schools are doing. And they need to understand that they can be involved in future choices. To come in and say, NCEA, I don't know what it is or how it works, I don't know what you're talking about with points and all that sort of stuff, so the school's role is to help them to understand how to make that, how to simplify that down for them, because they really need to know if they're going to instruct their own children. Teachers, professional development. Another one in the hard basket. There's not a lot of good professional development out there. I think, especially within Māoritanga, we like to share lots. So if you hear of someone at another school who's doing really good with Māori students, get them to come into your school. I don't think you need to pay to go on a course to do that. I think you're better off getting someone who's doing the job well and getting them to come and talk to you about it and talk to your staff about how to do that well. Because some of these courses are $300 or $400, however much money they are, but they're not pinpointed for your students. So there may be areas that you may need to, particular areas that are more specific that you want to go into, and that course may not cater for that. So, yeah, and principles, which you already do, account for your school's performance. I know that already happens, but also being aware that there are other ways of doing things. The BOT need to allow the whānau to be involved in discussion-making processes, so Māori hui get through that, and your local marae. I know lots of local marae who aren't linked to schools, and they would love to be, but they don't know how to approach it. So how about we do the opposite, and schools go out there and find their local marae and say, we need your help. Cool, so I just thought about in mainstream schooling, because that's what I like to specialise in, I would like to, I thought, how can we do that in an easy kind of setting, in an easy way, that's not threatening, because a lot of teachers say to me, I don't speak Māori, I don't talk Māori in class because I don't speak Māori, and I'm like, yep, and I totally understand that. I too had to learn Māori. How to do it, just because I'm Māori doesn't mean that I talk Māori or speak Māori, although I do now, because my papa may be. Cool. So I thought, what's the easy way of doing that? And here's one program. This is the photo story program that my students used last year. I might have to go to the program to do this. I know why, because it's not available in media player. Okay, so it's a photo story.
Okay, we'll get that.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice program. I'll run it online afterwards.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'll do it after this talk, actually. Yeah, so it's you know, you use your learning intentions, and so I just focus on the two. So you know, your first term is always about getting to know you, that sort of stuff. So we chose to concentrate on our pepeha, which is where you're from, so your mountain, and we all do that. And we always, at Kelson, we have a pōwhiri, so we talk about the pōwhiri and our whakapapa. So this year I concentrated on doing a photo whakapapa, because it was more appealing to the students. And some of them didn't even know how to spell their parents' names and stuff like that, so it got over that whole, we had a big drama with it.
Mm-hmm. That's because they had no nickname.
Yes, and their mum's name was something like Reed, or and something was like, what's their real name? Or, I don't know, it's some long Māori name. So photos were an easy way of doing it.
And tangi is always short for something.
Oh, and too, we've done a big focus on Anzacs because my boys really enjoy talking about war, and they really like the whole thing of weaponry. So we thought, yep, we'll go into that. So here's a few links that I popped into our planning. Also, our inquiry for this term is sustainability, which is homeschool community. One of my teachers has decided that they'll concentrate on the marae, which I was like, yay! And then marae DIY, and I just thought I'd show you the links to that, because on Māori TV, make up a week for all of their programs, most of their programs are streamed online. So it's just the Māori TV link, and then you just go into shows and programs, and it's got all the TV shows that they show on there. Most of them, they're still getting up.
So you can show that in class?
Yes, definitely, show it in class. There's a few sites as well. Talk Neil is just teaching simple basic phrases, so you don't even have to stand up in front of the class and do it yourself. You could be part of the class. So, and there's a few others on there. You just have to scroll through them and find the ones that you want. There was one that we were talking into one about foods that you eat at home. And they said, oh, what do you eat, Liz? And I said, pork bones and puha and that sort of stuff. And they were like, oh, cool, let's have a look at that. And there was a site on here which was high time. And like a really fancy boiler. So we and because they're like, yeah, let's give that a go. And I said, okay, bring your money in. So, there's really interesting shows on there. And most of your children, some of your children might watch them even.